How to become a socially conscious brand. Consider this. 90% of consumers surveyed recently said they were willing to switch brands if a company was seen to be supporting of a good cause. 90%. The world is at a tipping point like never before in history. And today I'm going to tell you why being socially relevant and socially conscious needs to be a part of your business plan and how you can do it effectively. I'm going to explain why companies spending resources on social, environmental issues is not a waste, but a necessary investment into the well-being of their community. A brand that is integrated with social fabric of society is one that people care about because it's the brand that cares about them. A brand that needs to go beyond the mandated corporate social responsibility and extend it to the very culture of caring at every level of the organization. This evokes brand loyalty, and brand loyalty is your business plan. Like I said, the world is at a tipping point. 90% of consumers are now willing to switch brands in favor of those that support a good cause. Want to guess what this statistic looked like pre-COVID? In a survey conducted in August-September 2019, when asked if they wanted the companies that they buy from to support social and environmental initiatives all the time, even if it means raising prices, the answers varied by generation. Get this. This is all pre-COVID. 44% of millennials said yes. 28% Gen X, 35% of baby boomers said yes. Companies need to do good, and today, 90% of all consumers are willing to switch brands for a cause dear to them. This is an opportunity right now. When communities have been reeling under the onslaught of the pandemic, companies have more of an opportunity to become relevant, and communities have more need for companies with a conscience. Responsible or irresponsible practices of a company were seen to guide buying choices to a great extent, even years before the pandemic. Today, this is more important than ever before. Brands have to do good in order to do well. It's never been easier, cheaper, or quicker to get a brand up online. You can trademark worldwide, you can promote worldwide, you can sell worldwide. You have access to literally the whole world, and the world has never been at a tipping point like this, where consumers are willing to switch to your brand if you're supporting a good cause. Literally, there are blue ocean markets, untapped markets, uncrowded markets for you to tap into right now. Your brand has the opportunity to become integrated into a community, not just as a manufacturer or service provider, but as a brand that wants to make a difference, focusing beyond just profits. Yes, revenues. When you focus beyond those, you demonstrate that you feel your brand has a stake in creating a better world. And guess what? It does. And that elevates your brand. Plus, it's a good business decision. It makes sense, not just because it's the nice thing to do, which is something that makes sense, or because someone is forcing you to do it, which makes no sense. It's actually good for business, for your business. Trust is the currency of a healthy economy. So how do you become more relevant, more beloved to the people in your community? By aligning your brand values with what is dear to your community, with what is important to your community. It's easy to donate a bunch of money to a charity, but when you donate, you don't have that chain of custody of that donation. Where does it go? It's unknown to you. You're not part of the process. Whereas if it's your company, it makes you responsible for the program. You are proactively and continually watching over to make the difference and inspiring others to do the same. Let's get straight to how you can be a socially conscious brand. You can do it through one or more of the 4 E's: education, employment, equality, and environment. The first E is my favorite: education, an excellent example of Disney's Aspire program that helps employees complete their coursework. An estimated 45,000 plus Disney employees are enrolled in the program that covers full tuition costs and provides support services. The employees are free to choose any course. It need not be related to their job at Disney. It need not be related to their job at Disney. That's the kind of freedom Disney gives its employees. They're empowering them to make their own choice, whether they stay with Disney or not, like a great parent would. Go to school and choose your major. And we're here for you if you need us. Disney is here for you. If you want a job afterwards in that field, we're here. If the resources at Disney, which are sizable, would suit your path. Disney is empowering its employees rather than owning them. You want to give your employees benefits? Education is one that builds trust by saying you'll make the right decision. I trust you to choose your path. Investing in the employee's aspirations, even if they don't serve your bottom line yet, is really investing in trust. Trust is the currency of a healthy economy. It builds brand loyalty within the company. Startups and first-time entrepreneurs can initiate scholarships for the children of employees or offer to up their skills of their current workers. They can award free ships in local schools or within their local communities for talented students from modest backgrounds. This can actually change the lives and create tremendous goodwill for the brand and the community without having to apportion too many company resources. The second E is employment. By 2025, 25% of the workforce in the US and the UK will be over the age of 55. It's a similar trend presents itself in almost every country. Baby boomers are reaching retirement age at a faster rate than millennials are taking their place. Research also shows, get this, that people who stop working and retire often feel depressed due to lack of purpose in their lives. Most people who have enjoyed a meaningful career would love to continue working. So why not recruit older people? Invite them back to work from retirement. Companies such as Walgreens, Boeing, Bank of America have initiated these returnships. Love that phrase, returnships. These companies invite older workers to come back to work. This can be vital for older people who have financial worries or who may just be, enjoying being in a working environment. The company gains by way of the massive wealth of experience and insight they often bring with them. Plus, with an organization such as Bank of America, where a huge percentage of your customers are senior citizens, this really makes a lot of sense. It shows your community how much you care about their well-being. So, if you're the CEO of a company that counts a sizable number of seniors in its customer base, wouldn't it behoove you to take on a program like this? Say you own 100 residential assisted living homes. Wouldn't it behoove you to take on a program like this so that everyone buys the brand promise of we care about older people? We value their lives at this stage. We all care for and worry about our older generation. So this is a PR win for any company. Even startups and smaller companies can replicate such programs, offer part-time jobs or contract-based gigs to older people in the community. The wisdom of the elderly could be very good for your brand. And this brings me to the third E, and that is equality. Diversity is always a win-win for a company. Diversity is always a win-win for a company. Walmart is the most diverse company in the country. Can you believe that? Apart from the racial diversity, 55% of employees are women. The brand pledged $100 million over 5 years ago to help address racial disparities in the US. If you remember, it got a lot of press. If your company looks mostly white, you're probably not hiring for talent, and you should install massive change from within your hiring practices, your company culture, and most definitely from within your own heart and mind. And then you can evolve to creating an environment where there's equality in perspectives. Different cultures have a whole kind of definable perspective that people can stereotype, and creating an environment where that doesn't exist, those stereotypes doesn't exist, but listening exists, that's equality. That's when your company can actually thrive. Otherwise, you're all just putting in stoppers on your own progress. More diversity means that you're genuinely promoting equality of opportunity in society, which means a workforce that sees itself as empowered and valued. Let the values and ethics of your company be known as supportive of diversity and committed to hiring for talent before any other considerations. This is a great strength in diversification. There is no weakness in it. Apart from hiring for talent alone, here's what you can do to promote the culture of equality in your company and, by example, in your community. You can use, this is a really cool one, you can use the architecture and office design to create an equal work environment. Use round tables for meeting instead of that hierarchical long conference table. Take a cue, I love this one from Google and Apple. They put all their tables and chairs just like a little bit too close so that people bump into each other, so that they meet each other and exchange ideas. On campus, they call it the Google bump. Apple headquarters is rounded, and for the exact same reason, all the bathrooms are on inside of the hub so that you have to walk by people to get them. Another thing you can do is nourish everybody's ability to speak and be heard and thrive. Inquire, listen to feedback, help them grow into their best selves, their best performances. Create an environment for people to create their own positions. The fourth E is the environment. Companies considered eco-friendly have an instant cachet as being sensitive to the needs of the planet of our future generations. For instance, Lego is all about plastic toys, and this can make it difficult to appear environmentally conscious. What do we think about when we think about toys, right? They end up in landfills. We grow up and discard them. But Lego decided to use recycled materials for their toys, pledged to reduce their carbon footprint, and partnered with the WWF. The company has relied only on renewable energy sources since 2017. It reduced the amount of packaging used and the size of its boxes. What comes to mind when we think of Lego? Reliability, trust. The Danish company is one of the largest toy manufacturers in the world, and they never disappoint us. Your brand can do this too. Find out what environmental issues impact your community the most and contribute towards fixing them. This could be related to your local geographical area or on a larger national or even international scale. Everything from choosing your raw material supplier, to your packaging materials, to determining how your waste is used or discarded, to the kind of energy you're consuming, has the possibility for positive change and the potential to create a lot of goodwill and visibility for your brand. Be the peace you wish to see in the world, said Martin Luther King. Similarly, brands need to articulate their values and work in a way that aligns with those values and ethics. The profit motive is central to any business. This goes without saying, but making a brand beloved takes more. True brand loyalty is the result of an emotional connection with the brand. This happens when your ideal individuals see you as trustworthy, as driven by more than just the profit motive. Create a social impact plan along with your business plan and make sure your business practices are constant and in congruence with that impact plan. Examine the 4 E's and choose the one that holds most important for your community. And one of these has jumped out as the obvious choice for your brand. Go with your gut on that. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to know which one you're choosing, which one of these you think is most needed in your community. Yeah, let me know in the comments. And as always, it always comes back to this. To become an inspiration to millions starts at the heart. Love what you do. Love how you do it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.